about shaking the way society sees things in order that we offer as artists another way to see the things, right? I don't know if this is going to be a way, I don't know if this works at all, but we try. Yeah? That's the goal is to just try to shift and provoke the eye in a different way than the established way of seeing and perceive things.
Carlos and Paige have such a passion for the work that they have carved out for themselves. That's really infectious, you know, listen to the way that they speak, and you do want to go with them. It's something to do with trusting that when there is a rhythm, a musicality, and a manipulation of a space, you already have a piece of theatre, and it's paying respect to that, I think.
I go walking in the middle of the night. I go walking in my sleep, from the mountains of fame to the river so deep. I must be looking for something sacred I lost. But the river is wide and it's too hard to cross. And even though I know the river is wide, I walk down every evening and I stand on the shore. I try to cross to the opposite side so I can finally find out what I've been looking for.
A different approach to something, you know, that you would normally do. Normally, you know, when you're doing a show, you sit down with the script and you have your read through, and then you have your look at the set box and all the rest of it, and there's like a process that everybody knows, and then suddenly to be thrown into something like this. It's great. It's really different, really liberating or something, you know.
Please feel yourself free. Freedom is the key here. We just broke the circle, we just broke the rule. There is no rule. As far as we know, where is the center? Where is the dramatic center?
It's really cool. It's really opened my eyes in the way that things can be staged, considering that, you know, there's no set whatsoever. We've got one piece of elastic, and just through movement and using the space, we create like so many different scenes, and it feels like you're really there.
They're so human about how they approach art, and I think the way that they approach creating things needs to be seen more in this industry. I didn't feel restrictions or constraints on how to perform or how to create my character, and being free to use whatever text you want and focus on what we're doing. And no matter where I go in my acting career, I'm going to take how to be engaged all the time into the next thing that I do.
It's really beautiful to see the way that they work, that they give you a lot of pieces in isolation up front, and so you just have to trust really early on, which is hard, really hard when it's so different to your normal process of here's a play or here's a theme and we're going to improvise it.
It was fun to put everybody's little input in the story. It was so nice to see it on the stage, and it wasn't your standard story. You know, there was an Argentinian, there was people from Panama, nerdy siblings. Like, it was so many amazing things that if you sat down and wrote a script, I would never think to put these people together. And being able to get up and just create these characters, it's just been a blast.
The families of people who are trapped on the border? Yes, we actually had a family travelling from Dublin to see their father, Peter Cashie, and they were also experiencing this. Peter Cashie, yes, I know him. I used to drive that lad across the border at night. Yes, Peter Cashie, his name is coming up frequently today, yes. Well, there you have it, folks. Brexit, borders and boats. Oh my, back to you, Breda.
It's just beautiful storytelling about lives that get thrown across the world. And I love that the border, it's explicitly about a barrier across from one country to another, but it's also about just barriers in life, barriers to individuals, you know, between families and people.
This energy that you receive and you encounter here is gonna be like, okay, what is this? They're doing this on the streets. Everything has to be fine here. Everything has to be calm. Everything has to be under control. But you it's like a starting of a fire. Yeah? So do not stay and then ready to go when it's your moment. You are already on the go.
What do we want? Climate justice! We want it now! What do we want? Climate justice! We want it now! Fight! Occupy! Shut it down! Tear the system to your heart! Fight! Occupy! Shut it down! Tear the system to your heart! Fight! Stop!
When you're in a big group of people like that, and when you're working together, so you give into each other, and you sort of, it's not about you per se, it's about everybody, and you're this one organism.
So for me to understand as an audience, I have to be looking at you, but I don't look at you. Because I'm looking at you, it's your body. That face is your body now. So in order that when he's talking, maybe this, or whatever, is. So when I have the focus, back to the, otherwise everybody's isolated in their own island.
I think more than anything, it's their vision for what theatre is and for what theatre should do, I think is the most inspiring thing. Like, we've finished this, and I don't feel like I've just finished the play. I feel like, right, I've got a whole toolkit now.
I go walking at night, and now I'm tired and I don't want to walk anymore. I hope it doesn't take the rest of my life until I finally find out what I've been looking for. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep through the jungle of doubt to the river so deep. I know I'm searching for something so undefined.